There we go. So now we are live on YouTube, and I'm going to explain a few things before we start. And the first one, this meeting is called Immersion. And why is that? Because it's 100% in English. We are not going to teach you anything. And we are not going to talk about grammar. And we are not going to talk about vocabulary, not even speaking, writing, or anything about English language. Though you are going to learn vocabulary, you're going to learn grammar, you're going to learn how to speak, how to listen, everything in this meeting. So this meeting is special because we do not split people in boxes, in levels, or anything. It's like real life experience in English. And we have many of them throughout the week, from Sunday to Sunday. So schedule is not an excuse anymore, especially in English. Though in Spanish and French and Italian, it's still an excuse, and I understand that, but we are working things out to not have it like we have in English, okay? We always ask you to present yourself, and this is a huge opportunity to meet other people, to tell people what you do, to learn vocabulary about yourself, so self-awareness in a high level, and more than that, to connect with other people. All right, it lasts 1 hour. I'm the host. I bring the topic and the questions. And all the hosts, they are students, including me. I'm in a role of student. I'm not a teacher in here, right? So welcome aboard, Sandro, Jack, and Bruna. We have just started, and I want to meet all of you a little bit. And I'm going to start with Jack. Can you present yourself, please?
Okay. My name, you know, in Bruno, you know already something about me. Okay, Ms. Bruno, I think it's the first time we speak each other. My name is Joaquim Maia. I am from Portugal. I live here near Lisbon, the capital. I am married, already retired, 76 years old, with a son, with a daughter, and 3 grandsons. In my free time, I like very much to travel, essentially to travel when I have money and time to do it. I like also to walk and to exercise in the morning. Today I can't because I am here in immersion English class, but after this class, I think I go there exercise in my gym. More, I like to read the news in the morning. Sometimes today in the morning I heard already in Algarve it rains a lot today. With here in Portugal we have a rainy day today, and in Algarve there was already some floods with strong wind in Algarve. And I like to read the news. Now I like to also to watch so much of football.
Great.
Afternoon, I think I go to watch the Brazil also.
The Brazilian soccer game today. Awesome. Very good. Very good.
And it's more or less something about me.
Great. Good to hear that. Good to hear that you're supporting Brazilian team, and also that you do all this stuff you do.
Yes, I support 2 teams, Portugal first, Brazil second.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Felipe, welcome aboard. We have just started the English meeting, and we are going to talk a lot, okay? If you could open your camera, that would be awesome, because opening cameras, it means fluency. And when people do not open camera, there's a curse that they are not going to be fluent in English or any language at all, okay? So now we are in the presentations sections yet. Bruna, can you present yourself?
Sure. Good morning, guys. First of all, I'd like to welcome Sandra again. Hello, it's really good to have you here again. Well, about me, I am a girl who likes talking a lot. I've been here on TNT since last year. I started attending the meeting in September because at first I need to like practice more, and then I started coming like every single day, and I got addicted, and then I became a host. So I'm also a hostess here on Wednesday and on Friday. So you guys are more than invited to my immersions too. And yeah, I like talking, dancing, listening to music. And I'm here today because I love the subject, and that's it.
Very good, Bruna. Good to hear from you. It's a while we do not talk in English, actually.
Yeah.
Felipe, can you hear me? Felipe Ribeiro, can you hear me?
Oh, he sent a message here. He would like to participate as a listener.
Very good. So, Felipe, just to let you know, essas imersões, elas são focadas 100% em inglês, para a gente praticar mesmo. É possível você participar como ouvinte aqui dentro, ou apenas assistindo no YouTube. Nosso canal do YouTube tem todas as imersões transmitidas e gravadas lá. Você pode assistir todas elas para ver como que funciona. E aqui o real aprendizado é falar. Tá? Então aqui a gente procura falar para treinar, aprender vocabulário. A gente não vai te ensinar nada, mas você vai aprender muito. Ok? So, be welcome. Sandro, can you present yourself?
Sure. Nice to meet you guys. Good morning. My name is Sandro. I live in São Paulo. I am really exciting because today is the Brazil's match. I think we'll find there's no surprise until now for round of 16. 16. And I think Brazil will not surprise us today too. I hope so. Well, I work as a software engineer manager in a local company here in Brazil. My main goals are improving my English. That's why I am knowing this platform now, TALKNTALK. I knew Bruna last Saturday, her immersion. And nice to meet you, Joaquin. And Joaquin, I would like to know your secret. Is it port wine? Because you are 76 years old. No, I think you are lying. It's not possible. You are very well. Nice to meet you.
Yes. I think I deserve words from Philip, because I think, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I think I am the oldest student here in TNT. I'm not sure, but I think maybe I am the oldest student in TNT.
You are. Yeah.
But you are very well. Thank you for sharing your experience.
Very good, Sandra. Very good. And just to let people know, for our students, we have the members area where you can get your profile with sessions that you had booked, or the sessions in the future that you're booking. The booking section, so English, Spanish, French, and Italian. The community where you can find some groups to talk and to share some ideas, and they are all in here. You just click. This part of the community, it's free, so you can just get access to it. You can also have some questions if you want. But the most important thing, I guess, it's the planner, where you can get the questions and the subjects beforehand. So the importance of community. Here is the topic, and here is the immersion that we have. So, for example, this weekend, you could have accessed all the questions to talk about today. So you could prepare yourself better, bring vocabulary, and really have a better experience, okay? And we also have like the students group on WhatsApp. So we have the English, French, Spanish, Italian, and the tech, and we are building others. And we have material in PDF. In English, I guess we are reaching out 1,000 PDFs already. So it's a huge material that we have inside our community. So if you want to have access, just sign up as a pro student. This is what we have inside, and a couple more. We have some recorded classes in here. We have 2 courses, by the way, and the elementary English and the spoken English, they are with me. I am the teacher of these 2 courses. As a pro student, you have access to it. So Sandro, I think he has some troubles. So let's go ahead. Jack, what do you understand about community? And I'm not going to follow the questions in here. I'm going to bring other questions, okay? Because just to warm up, and maybe I'm going to follow 1 or 2. But the idea here is really to have a real conversation. So what do you understand about community? What is community for you?
For me, I understand community is when a big number of people live more or less together in one essentially when abroad, for example, when people belong to, for example, for the same country, for example, and live abroad, and all that population communicate each other to when they need to help. For example, it's easy to ask for help when they need. When they have the same habits, to maintain the same culture in the origin culture of your country, and they belong of the same community. But if that community live abroad, they need to respect the laws of the country where they live. Then it's the idea that I have. It's more or less my idea. It's more or less what I think.
Very good.
We have here in Portugal many examples of communities.
Nice.
Essentially, the Brazilian community here in Portugal is the biggest community here in Portugal. They have more or less interrelations between halls. They maintain the cultures of Brazil. The habits, the costumes, but they need to respect the laws here in Portugal. But it's more easy for the people belong to that community to community. For example, if anyone needs help, it's easy to ask for help in one person inside the community than outside of the community. For example, people that they don't know. It's more or less why I think. My English is not sufficient to explain for my idea, but I think it's more or less.
No, but you're doing great.
I
and I think that's the idea of this this meeting, just to try it out, to feel how you speak. And you're improving a lot, Jack. You have no idea how much you have improved already. And it's a work in progress, and there's no end for that. I'm still learning English, but That's the way, Jack. You're doing great. You're doing great. And I want to hear from Bruno. What do you understand by community? Do you agree with Jack? Is there something he told that you found interesting or not? Do you think there's something else you want to bring? What do you have in mind about community? What is it for? What's the definition in your mind?
It was really nice what Jack said about the community there, like the Brazilian community there in Portugal. And I think the idea I have of community is a group of people, and we have communities. I think around the world, like not just there, but here too. I think that these are groups with people who have the same goal or the same ideas. They have something in common, and this is going to connect them somehow. Like Jack was like talking about the Brazilian community there. They probably got connected because of the culture, of course, but probably they found something in common that made them connected. It can be helping one each other, and the culture was just the first step to connect them. But like maybe probably they like found something else in common that made them or that kept them connected to each other. So that's how I see it. So a group of people who have the same goal, and this is going to keep them like connected, to keep working together and get where they want.
Very nice. Love that. Yes, Sandro, I'm gonna copy and paste again, but the first question I'm asking, it's not in here, okay? I just want to know, Sandro, what do you understand by community? What is a community for you?
Yes, I think I listened just a part of Joaquin, Bruno. I listen everything, but I agree. It's a group of people who has similar ideas or similar goals that works in group for some reason. I don't know, but is a group when you can share a purpose, something to work together. I think that's the main concept of community.
That's nice. That's nice. Felipe, if you want to share your thoughts writing, that's also a way to join us, okay, in the conversation. Very good. We watched the video in the beginning, and as I said before, I really enjoy when it comes to this example of religion, not because of the religion itself, but because of the community around it. It doesn't matter the religion, but people are. Do you believe that people are always keen to a community? They are always willing to join a community, or they can live by themselves? What do you people think? Do you think they need to be in a community? Like it can be a soccer community, it can be a religion community, it can be a language conversation community, it can be, I don't know, any kind of community, or do they belong to themselves and they can be by themselves, not belonging to a community, like having a family and having friends, everything, but not belonging to something else with a purpose and with a structure and everything? What do you think, Bruna? Hard
That's a
question
great
to start the
question.
morning.
Yeah, no, it's hard. I have that's a great question, and I was thinking here that at some point we need to interact with other people. So I think it's impossible, or it's going to be really hard if you like not to interact with anyone. Maybe I am thinking here if a family is also a community. So
Good question.
at some point, I think you are going to be around, like you're going to be in a community anyways, right? Even if it's your friends or your family, I feel this is also a community. So I think it's not possible to just not interact with anybody, you know, like your neighborhood might be your community too, your family, friends. So I don't think so.
And you, Sandro, what are your thoughts on this?
I think it's not mandatory to belong to a community. You can live, of course, interacting with another people, but not exclusively on a community. It's impossible to live alone. I think you can't enjoy the life by yourself. It's impossible. I think we were created to live in a society. That's why it's important to interact to each other. But I don't think it's mother. I belong to a Christian community, but I do recommend. But depends on the goals of someone. Not specifically recommending to a Christian community, but if you can join a community to maybe to share your goals, to work with someone in the same purpose, I think it's good. It's a good idea. My close friends came from my religion, so I do believe it works.
Very nice answer. I share the same idea as you and Bruna. And also I believe that it's really hard to not be part of a community, even if it's our family in a way, right? And you, Jack, is it possible to live without communities, or we must belong to a community?
Well, I think it's much better to live integrated in one community, but I know it's for some people it's impossible, because many people I think many people don't like to live in the community. There are many people, they like more to live isolated, lonely, and in some examples, I know people, they don't know to live in the community. They like more to live alone. For example, in many situations, when we feel that some people are shy, for example, they don't have habit to talk with other people. Sometimes we invite that people to speak, to go out for a walk, and they don't know. No, I'm here well in my house. I don't want to go outside, and it's difficult. As Bruno said, it's not mandatory to belong in one community, but it's good. I think it's much better when people can live in the communities. In some situation, you have some examples here in Portugal. The worst is when there is rivalities between communities, because inside the same community there are danger rivalities. In some situation, they cause the death between the communities. we have here some communities living around in the suburbs here in Lisbon, communities coming from essentially from Angola, not ancient colony, and they live in neighborhoods. They live in neighborhoods, and from time to time there are danger fights between communities, and in some occasions they provoke the murder. Many months ago, 6 months ago, in the train station, there was a confront between two rivalities groups, and one teenager with 17 years old, they was killed by the other members of the community. Is very complication.
Yeah,
situation.
when it comes to communities, there is a huge power within, because we are always looking for people that are they look alike and that share the same ideas, the same faith, the purpose and everything. So this is why I believe TNT is so powerful, because we have the same goal, each of us here. Sandro, Jack, Bruna, Felipe, we are looking at the same thing. That is not the language. Though it seems to be the language, it's not the language. We are looking for new opportunities, and we rely on this within the language, especially English. We're always looking for a better life, for better opportunities to provide and to thrive. And that's what we are looking for. That's basically the purpose of each of us here. And we are learning the language for that. We're learning English to find a new job. We're learning English to maybe to learn about the culture of the language. We are learning English because we want to work with that. We want to move abroad. We want to travel around the world. And I know if I go to Japan, English is going to help me and maybe save me as well. It's going to save English can save lives. If you're like in any other place that you just speak English, English can save your life and can save other people's lives. So my question to you, what's the, and I'm going to bring this question for TNT, for TALKNTALK.
Really sorry. Can I say more something about two communities?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, more some minutes. Yes, is the community, the Brazilian community and the Ukraine community.
Yeah.
There are two good communities where they received here in Portugal, because there are two communities that they are very good. They are sample communities. They don't cause problems with neighbors here in Portugal. All the people like to work. They are to work. They form communities. They form communities. Very good communities. They interchange very well with the Portuguese people. Yes, there are two communities, very interesting. Recently, we have other different community. It's the community that resulted of the war in the Ukraine, because we receive here in Portugal maybe 2,000 2,000 people coming from Ukraine, because the starting of the war. This community is essentially women's and children's, because the men stayed in Ukraine to fight in the war. It's when a different community, because they don't care to form win community together, because that people they are spread for all parties. Many village here in Portugal, and many particular people received families from Ukraine. Then it's one different community, because that situation they don't can form a big community, and they stay more spread it here in Portugal. Other community is totally different. Is the community formed for Islamic people coming from Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Because when the Taliban arrived in Afghanistan, there was an agreement between the community, European community, and Portugal received about 2,000 people coming from Afghanistan, and this is not so good, this community, because the problem of that people, many people coming here with mental problems, because the situation they are passed during the war, and sometimes these people they don't adopt well here
Because
in Portugal.
it's really hard to live. Imagine leaving your home place, your safety, because of war, going to others people's home, a different culture, a different language. I think I would definitely freak out and go crazy if I was in that situation. And I think the countries, they need to build something to help those people, because it's really hard. And this is why communities are so powerful and so helpful. Because imagine
the government have had some problems here, because they arrived here, and they want to have the same habits that they have in our own country. Because there are children here in schools, and the religions of that people, they don't eat meat. You understand? Yeah. They don't eat meat. Then they want the parents they don't want also that the schools where their children they don't want the children, all the school don't eat meat. Indeed, my children, they are in that school, all the children in this school, they can't eat meat.
That's why respect, it's so important. That's why religion.
Yes.
That's why Christianity talks a lot about respect. That's why Islam talks about respect. That's why Buddhism talks about respect. That's why all the religions, they talk about that, because it's really important to understand the background and the duties people have on their shoulders, especially when they are leaving their country because of war or because of some madness that's happening. And it's complicated to deal with this, because people in there, like Brazil, it's a country where we accept we don't have like how do a Brazilian looks like? There's no such a thing. So I guess this is why people love so much Brazil, because we don't have like an identity as a Brazilian, like, oh, it's unique. You look at this person and oh, this is Brazilian. And because we really accept people. And like here in São Paulo, we have Japanese culture, we have Lebanese culture, we have Bolivian, we have Italian, Portuguese, you know, a lot of things. So, but Jack, let me get to the question I wanted to ask, because I think it's really important to answer that question for me, especially when as a leader of this Talk and Talk community. I really want to know what you people are looking for in here, for real, like, and why you get so attached and sometimes so addicted to the conversations. I know Sandro has just arrived, but Sandro, I'm going to ask you first, just to understand your point of view, as like you have just joined, right? So what can you see from, like, you joined the English meeting with Bruna last Saturday. Now, how do you see this community? What do you understand about the, I don't know, the purpose or the goals people have? Is it, do you feel like at home? Do you feel comfortable or not? How does it work for you? Like being here in a community, like starting out?
Yes, I think here in TALK, the community has a well-defined goal. That's to help people be prepared to speak in a language, not specific in English. And I think that's my main goal too. I want to feel comfortable to communicate to other people that talk in English too. I think we have a lot of opportunity to talk a lot here. We can practice a lot, and I think it helps a lot. It works, and the teams are that that are discussing here are very important. I think it makes us think about the life. The is the very deep things. I think it's important because if we travel, for example, we communicate to other.
That's the
I
kind
think
of conversation we're gonna have.
yes, it's possible to have this kind of conversation. I think it's a good training for our language.
And this is what language is for, right?
Yes.
To have conversation like this, not just, oh, how did you learn English? What's your level of English? You know?
It's sunny today. No, it's rainy today here.
Yeah, no, I understand that it's a good topic though, but like, what do you believe? What do you want to do in your life? Why you're here? Why we are talking to each other? Why did you wake up 6 a.m. in the morning to speak English? Like, you could, not Jack, because it's not 6 a.m. in the morning, but
yeah, it's for me it's quite time for lunch.
yeah, almost lunch. But I know Jack, he comes here when it's really late at night for him. So it's almost like, why do people come here? So like, because there's something more than the language, right? And I want to hear now from Bruna. Bru, like, you have been here around for a while now. So what do you see about Talk and Talk community that makes you be around for so long and so many times in a week? Not thinking that you work here now, but before that, you were really one of the most talkers attending the meetings, right? So why do you believe it happens like that for you and for other people that have the same behavior? Like, they join here and they start coming and coming and coming, then they become hosts, and then it turns out to work here.
Yeah, I think just like Sandra was saying, it's really nice to have this experience of talking about different things. And I think this is what keeps me here, you know, like we are discussing, and I feel that I'm a better person, that I developed. I felt I feel I could develop other things besides English. Like I can talk about so many things today. Like my communication skills improved so much because I can just start a conversation with a random person. Of course, not easy. I don't start like talking to random people on the street, but I feel I developed an opinion or I can talk about everything, you know. I If you ask me, even if I don't know this subject, I can say, oh, I am not really familiar with it, but I can just start talking like anything, you know. So I think that's the richest thing. My communication skills developed a lot, not just about the language. And of course, I learned how to. Um, I love the place. I love the hosts. I love this environment in general. So that's it.
Really good, really good. And you, Jack, what makes you be here?
I think, I think you know already my idea about TNT. I have already the opportunity to serve when I record our movies in the English spoken. Yes, I think the TNT community, I think, is the better community in the world, I think. It's nice, it's very nice, this community. All the people here is very sympathetic. We feel well, very well here in TNT. I would say sometimes I hear in TNT more for the how to say for to feel well here speaking with the people than more than the English that I did for me. Because as you say, I am already retired. I don't need anymore to learn English. Anyway, I like to travel. When we are traveling, we need to speak English many times when we go abroad. But it's important, but not much. It's more for the to speak, to stay here with the people, to share ideas, this experience, because here in TNT, in all these months we are here, we know already a lot of friends.
You're my friend already. I feel you are my friend. Even though we don't live close, but I know you are.
All the hosts are very, very sympathetic. Bruna, I have the opportunity to have classes with a particular classes in English spoken. One day we have a class. I presented my wife to Bruna. I show her photos here, my house, my garden.
It was amazing, Jack.
It was very amazing. And for we are friendly. I became friendly easy with anyone. And the other hostess also, Giovanna, Marina, Atamis, Yasmi, all the hosts are sympathetic, very well. Then I feel whether in TNT is the platform that I am searching for a long time. And finally, I find here in TNT the community in English that I am finding, and then I am meeting.
Yeah, I feel like that. A lot of people that I don't know.
We form a group in the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
With Maria, Ana Ferreira, Edna.
Oh, nice.
And in some way we change messages. How are you? Are you all day? It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. This is what we are looking for. This is what we are looking for. So I have one more question, and on this meeting I haven't followed the questions, and I'm sorry. But I believe not following the questions, it's also good, because then we can have really a conversation that it relies on the mood, on the I don't know what we are talking about at the moment. And just to finish it, what do you think is the most important thing in a community? And not Talk and Talk only, but other communities, like the church you belong, the group of friends you have, the place you study or work. What do you think it's important in a community for you to be part of? Like, if you could describe like one thing, this, to belong to a community, this is important to me. Sandra, can you answer that?
Shared. I think when a community has a goal, I think it's the best. It's better for the members of the group, because they can work together to achieve that goal. I think that's the main point for me.
It reminds me Massonaria. I don't know how to say that in English. But this is a community where they support each other, really, for real, to help people in the community to grow, right? Very good. There are others as well, of course, but I think Massonaria, it's a famous one. I don't know how it works. Don't even follow, but it's just because I'm living nearby a building that they have, the meetings there, and I don't know what exactly is that, but there's like a Massonaria thing. So that's why I remember. Bru, what about you? What do you think it's the most important thing in a community for you?
I think Bruna dropped it.
Yeah. So Jack, what about you? What do you think is the most important thing in a community for you?
I agree with Sandra. When one community work for the same goal, I think is the main things to all the people live well in one community. Essentially the religions, because if the same community practice and have the same religion, I think is, como nós dizemos em português, meio caminho andado para tudo correr bem.
Yeah. Half the way past success,
Halfway for the success. Halfway for the success. Yes, I think, because I think when one community is divided because the religions, the things don't run well, for sure. I think.
Community is all about. Yeah, community is all about different people, but with the same thoughts, the same point of view, being kind, helping each other, right? And Bru, what do you think is the most important thing in a community?
I think besides of the goals that the guys have already mentioned, I think feeling you are respected and feeling you can be who you are, you know, I think this is really, really important. If you don't feel comfortable at the place, it doesn't matter if you have the same goal or not. You know, if you don't feel welcomed, it doesn't matter if you are like looking for the same thing, you know. So I think to me this is the most important thing, to feel you are welcome and you are respected for who you are. That's it.
Very good, very good.
About Felipe, excuse me, about Massonaria. I don't know well this religion, the Massonaria, but
It's not a religion. It's just like a group of people that.
yes.
connect.
But this is, I think it's one very important group, because here in Portugal, many government, many ministers, many important people belong for the government. They belong of the Massonaria. I think it's one group very unique, very close. They maintain between all the members of the Massonaria the secrets. Then they don't go outside of the group. I think it's a restrict members that make part of that group.
Yeah, there's it's a deep conversation talking about community, and we are running out of time. I want to thank Jack. Thanks for coming, Sandro, Bru, Felipe Ribeiro. I have just posted the link for our feedback, and I'm really excited to hear, especially read from all of you, how the meeting went. How was it? Did you enjoy? Did you not? If you don't, why? If you do, why? So getting this feedback, it's part of our DNA here on Talk and Talk, to understand what you're feeling, what is your experience, so we can develop much better the platform and the community. So it takes, like, if you just want to give us a note, it's gonna take like 5 seconds. But if you want to write something, it's gonna take like 30 seconds of your life, and it will be much appreciated. Okay. So tomorrow, 6 a.m., we are here today again. The questions and the topic for tomorrow, it's already in the platform, in our planner. And I hope to see you people tomorrow, same time, same place, 6 a.m. Brazilian time. Thank you all. Jack, Sandro, Bruna, Felipe. Thank you. Have a great day and a good week. See ya.
Thank you.
You
Have a
too.
great day,
Bye
guys.
bye. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye. See ya.